where you want, like. No, the acceleration out of corners.
Yeah, it's naughty, isn't it?
Listen to that. Oh, electric cars. This is the future, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Mad. This is actually what is going to be normal someday, soon.
Oh, it feels normal to me. I've had it for a year now.
How's it been treating you?
Yeah, man. Excellent. Saved me shitloads of money.
It's so quiet.
I go to the petrol station maybe once a month.
Nah.
Full tank it, £10. What am I? I look like a right tramp going in the petrol station.
What?
£10, please.
They're thinking, what is this guy doing?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Do you know what? The power is effortless. And there's no hesitation.
Nah. It's great for cutting people up. I'll tell you now. I do it all the time in the city.
Oh my god.
Oh hello, watch the old man, man. He can't hear you.
He does not.
He can't hear you.
It's effortless, man. Like, nah. Do you know what? Rolling 20, yeah? This will kill my M3.
I'll tell you what we'll do.
What?
Go to a few traffic lights.
No.
Side by side people.
This thing takes the minute.
I had an Audi S5.
Yeah.
Try race me. It was quite funny. He pulled off, but gradually I caught up, and then after 60 he just left me. But it was actually quite impressive.
It turns in so easily.
Yeah.
Like you don't need much work on this.
You'd be surprised. I mean the tyres are quite skinny.
Yeah.
But where the batteries and all the weight is, and it's really low down.
Yeah.
So there's just loads of grip. And I was quite surprised. I was really shocked how much grip it has. You know, all my mates were laughing like, oh, look at your little skinny tyres.
little, what do you call it?
Yeah.
Pizza cutters.
Yeah. Or bicycle wheels.
The seats haven't got enough support
there's not
hold you for the
It's
grip.
not made, to tell you the truth, it's not made for that.
True.
But for us, you know, petrol heads, you know, we like to, you know, take around corners quite hard. But for a normal person, you know, city driving and stuff, you know, you don't need that
too hard and you're falling out the seat.
If you, like you are now, you're resting your left foot on the rest.
Yeah.
That just push yourself back. That's what I do.
Yeah. It's really smooth. Really smooth.
Oh, you need it, man. I'll drive to Surrey every day. It's a nightmare, man.
Because
you just need something comfortable, quiet.
Yeah.
You know.
Because in my M3 I've been feeling every single bump. But you know, even the power out of the corners.
Oh mate, it's mad.
Oh nah, this will demolish people. This will demolish people.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's like it's there and I'm not even going full throttle with it.
You've got different modes. You've got Eco Pro Plus.
Yeah.
Which is like, turns off all your like aircon, your heating, and it's just bare minimal basically. And it limits you. You could set it. Mine's limited to 52 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So if I'm in a average speed camera zone, I can set it to that, and I could just cruise.
That's actually useful.
And the next one is Eco Pro, normal Eco Pro.
Yeah.
Stay right. That limits you to 72 miles an hour. But you, of course, you can change that again.
Yeah.
And that, I know. But that just decreases the throttle response.
Okay.
And then Eco and Comfort mode is basically your full beans.
Okay.
You know, do what you want, have all the heating on or whatever.
That's so weird that Comfort is your max. You know
I know. This has got the range extender. Quite happy with it because, you know, if I tank it and I use it in the city, it charges up quite good. But if I'm using it on the motorway, it's, yeah, it's quite useless.
The range extender is basically when you let off or brake.
No, the petrol engine just comes on, and it just tops up the motors, the batteries, sorry.
Yeah.
That's all it does. The brakes, I think they're shocking.
Yeah?
I think they're shocking. Letting off, that's actually doing the Rio Gen.
Oh, okay, yeah, like that.
The motor's braking for you, and it's charging the batteries.
Yeah.
Come on, give us some.
You know what?
Go on.
I was there, man.
60.
Madness. I always used to see people driving these and they'll be flying, booting it, and I always used to wonder, why is it every i3 driver is just mental? Do you know what I mean? It's a bit, why are they all just crazy?
Do you know, after owning like a Fiat Abarth, a Honda, stuff like that, and you've done a bit of track days, you know, you've got that urge to go fast. After jumping in this, you know, you do try and drive it the same way, but you get used to the electric torque, the instant power. You use it in a different way to your benefit. So it's actually quite good. Like out the corners, you know, you can't be in like if you want to get in a lane. Just say you want to get in the left lane, and you know there's cars like piled up, and you could just do some mad manoeuvres with it. You've got the instant torque. People get shocked, like how well it pulls off.
Because you know what? Even just now, like for example, doing 40 and then flooring it, my M3's pickup isn't as
responsive. Because you've got all that inertia to pick up. Like you got the engine, the crank, the pistons are going. You know. Your transmission, you're trying to build up that power, low RPM. This is just instant, it's just motor. You know, you've got less rotating parts than you do in a piston engine, like your V8. You know.
You know what? The power's there, man.
You know, I quite like it. You know,
it's not too much.
Nah.
It's enough, if that makes sense. Like it calms down at the right point. I think any more than that, you're talking Tesla, and I can only imagine what a Tesla.
Now the Tesla, I would love to have one. But they're just so overpriced at the moment. It's just mental. I literally drive 120 miles a day, so I drive to Surrey. That's about 60 miles from my house. In Bedfordshire. And then by the time I get to work, I've probably got about 30 miles left of range. I charge it at work. I'm at work anyway. I know it takes long to charge out of a normal 3-pin socket at work. It'll probably take about 6-7 hours to charge from 30% to near enough 100%. But like I said, it does me. I mean, when I'm doing city driving, it's actually better for me. Because I don't waste. Because I normally had to brake and slow down a lot in the city, so that charges up my battery, so it doesn't really use as much. But on the motorways in the morning, that's when it's stress, because I never slow down. I'm constantly on it.
It's weird that, isn't it? Because petrol cars, they'll save when they're moving, whereas the electric cars, that's
it's totally opposite. Because you got the regen system in the electric motors. It's actually helping, well, in traffic and in the city, you know, you're stopping and going. So
madness. For a daily, you can't go wrong.
Definitely. And it's quite nice. To tell you the truth, sitting in traffic in this is quite nice. I've got my Harman Kardon speakers.
There's a lot of space.
A lot of space. I'm chilled out.
It's pleasant.
It's quiet. You know.
It's pleasant.
Okay, come on.
Should we chase it?
Yeah, come on.
i3 versus i3. Come on, Shad.
Oh, that's the new
i3S.
Nah.
I see what you mean about the brakes, you know. You actually have to press the pedal quite a lot to get it to start working.
Country roads, bro.
Yeah, it's i3S.
No, it's not.
Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, nah, these are nice, man. Just look how skinny the wheels are. But it's got
now there's one in front of you. You know,
you can put it into proportion. Mental.
It's nice.
Imagine that. They probably think we're together. Look at these guys in every BMW i3 trying to be all friendly and green. Stupid tree huggers.
Oh man.
So this one comes with Harman Kardon
Yeah, this is when it's got the Harman Kardon, got the bigger screen.
Yeah.
It doesn't come with levers, which I wanted, but I'm not really bothered.
I think it suits the I don't know what to call it. It looks like fiberglass-ish.
I think it's like recycled plastic.
Yeah. It suits it, I think, anyway. I like the little blue accents for one.
I think they tried to make it look like it's eco-friendly.
Yeah.
It looks like some paper mache. That's what I thought. When I first got it, I was like, this looks a bit cheap.
Yeah.
I just didn't think about that. I just wanted it to save money, and since I've been driving it, it's, you know, I've learned to love it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know what? One thing I do find a bit annoying. See when you're driving and you let off.
Yeah.
The regen is really aggressive.
Yeah.
In terms of how it.
At high speed, the regen's not aggressive.
Okay.
It depends on the speed you go.
Yeah. At low speed,
but
it's a bit like.
It saves me paying for brakes.
Yeah.
And pads.
Yeah. I think it's something you got to get used to.
You know, and that's why I sometimes don't even use the brakes.
No,
I sometimes just use the regen.
Look, it's quite.
Yeah. I play games with myself, and I you know, if there's a traffic light just turn red, I'll lift off and I'll be like, yeah, it's gonna brake. It's gonna brake. Yeah, bang on.
It's a weird car to drive because it feels very planted, but at the same time, whereas it's high, you do feel the car.
Yeah, it does.
It's an odd kind of sense. Like you kind of just got to just trust the car.
Yeah.
Like it's fine. It will get around and it will sort itself out. So am I right in saying this is 4-wheel drive?
No, rear.
Rear?
Yeah.
Wow. The engine powers.
Everything's at the back. So your petrol motor's at the back, your range extender's at the back, your batteries in the middle, all the way running all the way to the back, I think, and your electric motor's at the back. Just driving the rear wheels.
Look, it goes where you want, like. No, the acceleration out of corners.
Yeah, it's naughty, isn't it? Yeah, I have embarrassed a few cars.
I want to see what would win to 30 out of this and the RS3, because I know at the moment RS3s are like traffic light kings at the moment.
I think their launch control system's better.
Yeah.
And I think it will have it, but
to 30,
you probably shock some people and go, you know,
third exit
the hell,
and continue to follow.
You could get some bad drivers
towards Bedford.
Get someone saying that.
But if someone's on point, if you race someone on point, I don't think this stands a chance.
Nah.
But if you're racing with someone that doesn't know what they're doing, then yeah.
Right.
But like I said, there's still you know, it could still have a chance.
It does its job really well.
Yeah, definitely.
Really well.
When you first buy one, you got to learn to micromanage everything. So you got to be like, oh, where do I charge my car?
Okay.
How much charge I've got? Where am I going? You know, you got to. First of all, I was a bit scared because I had to micromanage it. I'm not going to get there. I'm not going to do this, but you'll be quite surprised because you got to still remember the range extender's still got petrol engine. So you can still just use the petrol engine.
Yeah.
So a lot of people panic, I think.
I think
that's what I did at first. I started panicking.
That would be my problem, not knowing. Timing it as well.
But the supercharger on the just here at the service station, they're really quick. I think it took me 25 minutes to charge.
What, to full?
Yeah, near enough. Yeah.
And do you have to pay for this, or is it also?
Right, I've got some places you do. If it's like in Surrey, you have to pay. Stay left. You have to pay £7
turn left.
Or something for full charge from 0.
Okay.
But some service stations are free.
That is sick.
But you've also got to buy an extra lead.
Okay.
Sometimes they don't come with leads, they just have a post.
I noticed when I opened up the cap there was 2. There was a big one.
Yeah. And a small one.
Yeah.
The supercharger uses the both, two of the plugs together.
Okay.
But if you're using a normal home, you know, the plugs that you got at home, then you just use the one at the top. Okay. That's the only disbenefit about this.
Yeah.
You got to buy the lead. The lead's not cheap. You could buy one from Amazon for like 150, 200 quid. It's not cheap.
I thought it'd be cheaper than that. But
I had a good friend at
You know who you are.
Thank you for the lead.
Do you know what? I used to slate electric cars.
Do you know what?
I drive an electric car.
I did as well. Until you like drove one, you'd be like,
I appreciate them so much more.
Yeah, I've changed my mind.
Yeah.
I'll tell you how to launch it properly. Left foot.
Yeah.
Back.
Overall.
Yeah. Go.
Nah. And it doesn't stop. I was expecting it to stop.
No, it won't stop.
It didn't.
It carries on going. Look, the car behind's completely.
Oh my god. You only just caught up. Nah. I thought it was gonna like, you know when you feel yourself go back to normal?
Yeah, I know.
Nothing.
No, it just keeps on going.
Like I had to slow
Because there's
down.
no gears in it.
Yeah.
It's just constant.
Like electric
It's
car.
not like, have you driven a CVT before?
Oh, that's yeah.
No, it's not like that. It just goes.
CVTs are weird.
CVTs are like,
You feel like you're just revving the.
yeah, you just think you're slipping the shit out the clutch.
Oh, forget it. And, do you know the worst thing is the way I drive, yeah. I'd see it as pure banter and just floor it everywhere. So everyone's looking at me just revving my car. Yeah, it's like, no man, CVT in it.
CVT in it.
CVT fam. So, right, gonna end this video here.
Peace.
Thanks for letting me
Cool.
use the car.
Yeah. Any day, bro.
Whoa, BMW i3, would you get it? Write in the comments. Bye bye.
Peace.
I really do this thing live in the streets. Don't make me go Instagram live in the T. We was doing up block and designer. Now me and bro doing 90 on the M-way, just a tracking and sliders. I really do this thing live in the streets. Don't make me go Instagram live in the T. We was doing up block and designer. Now me and bro doing 90 on the M-way, just a tracking and sliders.